university, I had always dreamed of studying abroad. I had a lot of people in my life up to that point who I just thought were so amazing because they had gone to study in a different country or they took a solo trip without a plan. And I thought, I have to do this. I have to study abroad. I finally, narrowed it down to a program in Viterbo, which is in central Italy, kind of near Rome. My study abroad program was the first time that I ever left the US. No one in my family has ever left the US. No one has a passport. So I really went in completely blind, not knowing what to expect. And the town is really wonderful. It's full of great people, and it's a pretty small city. So it's not, it's really authentic. It's not a tourist city. It's not like studying abroad in Florence or Milan or Rome or Venice. It's truly a really Italian town. So nobody spoke English, and everything is really purely Italian. So it was a great experience. Italians are food purists, especially with their food. There's one way to do things. You eat the appetizer, and then the first plate, and then the second plate, the meat, and then you have the dessert. And of course, things like pineapple on pizza. I mean, they have a stroke at the thought of this. I'm very boring with these things. I like simple combinations. So you can order anything. You go to a restaurant and you could just say like sorpresa, like just surprise me, bring me something, and they will bring you something wonderful. It's really good. In Italy, I think the biggest thing is great ingredients. So you could have the exact same dish somewhere else, like in the US. I've even tried to make the exact same things I make here, and it's just not the same. So when I order pizza, I'm very boring. I order bufala, which is like margarita, but with buffalo mozzarella. It's mozzarella, basil, tomato. That's it. And it's phenomenal. It's so good. So for me, that's always my go-to. And then after I graduated, I worked for about a year as a photographer in San Francisco. And the whole time I just had Italy on my mind. I need to go back. I need to move back. How can I move back? So I ended up signing up for the Oxford Seminars TESOL certification. I did that, and then I just I quit my job and I left and I went looking for work.
Well, Colombia is an amazing place to travel. It's also very cheap to do travel here as well. Even on a teacher's salary. Some places that I would say are like a must go to here in Colombia would be Bogota. It has all of kind of like the capital. It could kind of be like the Washington, D.C. of Colombia. You have all of the older architecture, lots of museums. And then Medellin is the second largest city in Colombia. And that one is it's stunning. It's like a very interesting mix of like more modern architecture intermittent with nature. So there's just like trees and, parks and stuff everywhere you go. Cartagena and Santa Marta, those are out on the Caribbean coast. So, you get those Caribbean white sands. And then there is the Pacific region as well. So that's another, totally different style area, but it's still kind of like beachfront. A lot of those beaches are actually like, some of them are black sand. So that's actually pretty cool too. So there's a lot of different varieties. A lot of people like to go to the Amazons too. And what's fun about Colombia is you get to see all of those like exotic type animals. I remember when I went to Parque Tayrona, I saw monkeys, I saw all different kinds of birds. And actually Colombia has the largest amount of species of birds. So for bird watchers, Colombia is like a big go-to place. It's fantastic.
Yeah, I have traveled quite a bit in Korea. My top recommendation would be a city called Pohang. It's on the coast, and everywhere there is so beautiful. There's many ocean view cafes or oceanfront cafes, and there's a lot to see, the sunrise and things like this. And I also recommend an island called Namhae Island, which I think it doesn't get many visitors, like tourists and foreign visitors. So it's very like countryside, and they have a rice terrace village there that's beautiful. And it's really nice to just kind of get away from the city life and relax. I do want to spend a lot of time in like the nature part of I want to do like all the water, like either scuba diving or surfing or something. I just need to be in the water. It's been too long because I am from Texas and we have the coast there. So I grew up around going to the beach all the time. And in Seoul, since, you know, it is a city and there's not many like water sports around, the Han River is the only thing that we really have. And so many people go to the Han River to do picnics. And I always saw people like taking boats out. And I thought like, well, I want to do that. So I just Googled it one day and I found that it's not very expensive. And I just started inviting friends like, hey, let's go take the boat out. And that's what we've been doing now.
Well, as you know, like I did do a lot of traveling since the last time we talked. I spent like the entire week in Jeju. I actually was like obsessed with orange when I went there. So I bought like everything that was orange. I bought everything that was orange except the orange. But I did get when I was there, I went to one of the, like, they have a million gardens there. Spirited Garden. Yes, Spirited Garden. And the owner of the garden was there and he was getting all of the visitors to sign like a visitor book. And when you sign the book, he would give you like a orange, Jeju orange. So that was the only orange in Jeju that I had. But it was nice.